up, doe? What up, son? Welcome back to the channel. I am Jay. This is Jay's Life Out Loud, a channel about nothing, but it's about something. So it's 5:37. Just got off my other job, my main job, at 5 o'clock. Second job is like 15 minutes away, so I'm just sitting here in the parking lot chilling, just relaxing. And I'll start about 5:50. I've just been thinking about life lately. And I was telling the guy at the gym, young guy, 20 years old, Nestor. And I was telling him, like every generation, it'll be an older person that'll give you some wise information on how to become wealthy as you get older. Maybe how to protect your health, protect your heart. And a lot of times when we get this information, we don't listen. And when we're young, we believe that we're going to live forever. 20 is so far away from 50, 60, 70. It's a million light years away, so you're not thinking about it. And I told him, I said, just like I'm giving you the information, somebody gave me the information. And just like I didn't use the information, 9 times out of 10, it's going to go in one ear and right out the other, and you won't use the information. I think it is a rare that a young person takes that information and applies it. Like I told my stepdaughter, I'm like, take 10%, 20% of what you're making, put it away. Can you imagine if you continuously do that and make that a habit of paying yourself first before you hit 50 and you only 17 now? I said, when you hit 50, you probably have half a meal or more in the bank just by putting 10 to 20% of what you're making away for the rest of your life. Make it a habit. It'll become second nature. But that advice is not easily accepted and then practiced. And I was thinking, like, man, I'm 50 now. It seems like 18 was just 2 weeks ago. And time is flying. We are already 7 months in the year. And it seems like we just celebrated New Year's. We'll be at Christmas before you know it. And I think, and I know hindsight, 20 is 2020, whatever, there, hindsight is 2020. But it's like, what I know now, if I could apply it from 18 on up, what would I have done different? What decisions, what issues that I deal with now or have dealt with in the past would I still be dealing with? And what would I tell my younger self? So what I tell the young people, or anybody younger than me, especially if they don't have children yet, I tell them, travel as much as you can. Now is your time to be selfish. Now is the time for you to do what you want to do. You know, my youngest, my oldest daughter is 23, I believe. And we talk, and I'm so proud of her. You know, she's a parole officer. She got her own apartment. She got her own car. And my baby girl, she don't call me and ask me for nothing. If she do, it'll be for the grandbabies. Not hers, but my oldest son has 3 girls. And a couple of weeks ago, I was over her house and I was telling her, you know, travel as much as you can. Be selfish. It's just you. Enjoy life. And I told her, you know, at 50 years old, I have never had my own place. The closest time I had my own place was when it was just me and her after my divorce, and she wanted to stay with me. And I'm, you know, just looking at her like, man, this is the time where, you know, you can establish yourself and give yourself good footing before you hit your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, and set a foundation that will allow you to do all the things that your heart dreams of. Anything that pops in your mind. You know, at that age, I'm pretty sure you might want to get a new car. You might want to do whatever in the future. Set your credit up so you can do those things. You might want to buy whatever, you know, that takes credit, and set yourself up now. Because life can be so fleeting. You know, I have very few people that I consider my friends. And 2 of the people that I considered my friend, they're gone. And these was 2 people I could sit down and talk about anything. We laugh, we joke. My homeboy Low, my homeboy DJ. Life is short. Not too long ago, I lost a coworker I was cool with, Brian. But life is short. And another thing I would tell the youth, if you old enough to, like, you know, even if you ain't old enough to drive, but you can get around or whatever, enjoy what's around you. Get out, enjoy, you know, the parks, the water parks, or, you know, going by the water, or your family. Take these memories, take this time and really soak it in. And don't be so hesitant to listen to an older person, because they've been there already. And that's not a brag, but it's just simple fact. If you can stop from making mistakes by somebody else's mistakes, why wouldn't you take advantage of that? I'm 50 and I still want to see more of life. I don't want this regular rigmarole that I'm in right now, which is wake up, get ready, go to work, get off. Wake up, go to work, get off. You know what they say, wash, rinse, and repeat. I see a lot of people moving out of the country, and they're able to sustain the lifestyle that they want. And they did that by putting down a good foundation. And I guarantee that the foundation was not easy. I guarantee that the foundation came with some heartaches. It came with some joy. But it wasn't always easy. If you got air in your lungs, if you're able to get out here, you know, I don't care if you're in a wheelchair, you're on a walker, if you're still alive, if you still can get around, I don't care if somebody else got to drive you. Get out and live life. Live, I mean really live. The times that I've been to the continent of Africa 3 times. I've been to Costa Rica, I've been to Mexico, I've been to the Bahamas. I've been to Jamaica. I've driven cross country from Michigan to California and California back to Michigan. And every last trip, every last journey was an opportunity to embrace what else is out here. What else has God created that I haven't seen yet? You know, make new friendships. Don't be afraid to meet people while you out. Or while you out the country, or while you traveling. As long as you feel safe. I ain't saying go to these people's house or nothing, but I'm saying, but talk to people. You never know what you might find out. You may have a lifetime connection of just, I mean, y'all don't have to be friends or whatever, but somebody that you're cool with. You know, I have people, I went to Tanzania years ago, and it's a guy that worked at a bar that me and him got cool, just sitting there talking about Tanzania. To this day, we still text. Same thing when I was in Links. You probably seen me share his videos. Met him in Tanzania. Him and his wife. Cool people, man. They just live life. Try to grab hold of as much wisdom as you can and apply it to your life. Because sometimes I watch people 60, 70, 80 years old with no wisdom. I asked my wife one time, what you think is worse, an old fool or a young fool? And she said, both. And with me, the worst is the old fool. Because an old fool has had time enough to live and learn. A young one has not had time to live and learn. They learn it on the go if they don't have guidance. But to see an old fool is something different. If you've been around the world, 70 times, still no wisdom, still acting like a child, still doing, and there's so much life to live. Man. Here in Michigan, we get about 3.5 months of good weather. Maybe a little bit more with fall, but I'm talking about, hot weather. But man, just watching all God's creations, the animals, the garden, the clouds, the sun, the moon, the stars. That one song when it says life is for the living. It's a scary thought because when you gone, you gone. Ain't no, when you gone, you gone. When they throw that dirt over you, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Live your best life. And for those that are moving to Ghana, it's going to take a while if you haven't already been retired or relaxed, just to just know you don't have to get up and do nothing. You can just enjoy life. Just enjoy the day. Costa Rica, they say pura vida. It means no worries. Relax. Take it easy. And as always, I wish y'all the best. I love y'all. Stay up. If you get a chance, hit that subscribe button, share the video, hit the like button, leave a comment. I gotta go in here and knock these last 4 hours of my day out, clean this building. And I will leave y'all with this. When you say something that you want and you want it so bad, what are you willing to do for it? Peace.